Isiolo Indigenous Women 1325 Action Group was established through Isiolo Peace Link by Pawenka Fund through a special cycle of project Indigenous Peoples Guardianships of Water and Vital Ecosystems to support local initiatives around the world that aim to empower Indigenous communities and organizations to protect, manage, and restore water resources and promote peaceful coexistence. Indigenous peoples and their communities use and manage water ecosystems differently, have specific knowledge, capabilities and needs related to this and are differently impacted by changes in their environment due to climate change, pollution, and globalization. Historically, the contributions of Indigenous peoples in managing these ecosystems and their important role in conservation and disaster risk reduction initiatives in there have been routinely ignored or underestimated in research, management and policy. Water's ecosystems are vital to support human life. Indigenous peoples' lives are linked closely to these ecosystems and the rich resources that it yields. Through Indigenous peoples' governance, traditional knowledge, innovations and practices, they ensure the much-needed balance in using the resources of the ecosystem and protecting its biodiversity to ensure that it benefits all in a sustainable manner and for future generations. To ensure the effective domestication of this resolution, Kenya developed the National Action Plan, KNAP, for the implementation of United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325. The creation of an action plan provides an opportunity to initiate strategic actions, identify priorities, resources, and determine responsibilities and timeframes. The whole process of developing a plan is also a process of awareness raising and capacity building in order to overcome gaps and challenges to the full implementation of Resolution 1325/2000. In May 2020, Kenya renewed its commitment to the Women, Peace and Security Agenda by launching its second-generation National Action Plan, KNAP 2, for the implementation of the Women, Peace and Security Agenda. The plan articulates priorities and implementation roles by government agencies, development partners, civil society, academia, and the private sector at national and county level. The overall objective of the action plan is to strengthen, accelerate, and provide accountability for the implementation of the Women, Peace, and Security Agenda in Kenya. The objective is to be achieved by delivering pillar-specific objectives, outcomes, and outputs. This also coincided a time when UNSCR 1325 was celebrating its 20th anniversary. In implementing KNAP 2 on UNSCR 1325, the Action Group embarked on sensitizing communities on the pillars organized around KNAP 2 that mirror UNSCR 1325 with their specific objectives and outcome statements outputs delivery that are further broken into specific interventions. KNAP 2 is organized around 4 pillars that mirror the UNSCR 1325 pillars. These pillars are participation and promotion, prevention, protection, relief and recover. In participation and promotion pillar, women involvement in peace, security, and disaster management has increased in otherwise patriarchal Isiolo society. In administration measures, IPL established 1325 Action Group, a mechanism that promotes women participation and inclusion. The group consists of members representing each pillar. IPL has also established resource management structures and ensured deliberate inclusion of women in its governance structures since natural resources are a major cause of conflict in Isiolo. Integration of a gender perspective / mainstreaming gender into the Isiolo County CV Engagement Forum, CEF. The CEF structure is charged with coordinating and overseeing implementation of prevention and countering violent extremism interventions in Isiolo County. To promote women in peace-building initiatives.
Na dialogues kati ya jamii na jamii zingine, tumeweka mikutano mingi ya kuongea na kuona jinsi ambavyo tutaishi sisi wale communities tunaishi Isiolo kama tutaishi kwa vile tutaishi kwa amani.
In furthering the participation and promotion pillar, the action group engaged in the increasing women participation in governance of peace, security, and disaster management. In climate change mitigation and promoting peaceful coexistence, the group has engaged in several interventions relevant to the same. Young women and men in Isiolo Conservationist Trust have embarked on establishing green spaces and learning institutions, nurturing environmental conservation initiative among school-going children. They are also engaged in intergenerational conservation talks among the young and the old. Camel caravans have been and continues to be used as an advocacy tool for environmental conservation and promoting peaceful coexistence among communities living in the Owasso-Nairo River Basin. The KNAP 2 objective for the prevention pillar is to enhance the prevention of conflict and all forms of violence against women, girls, and vulnerable groups through gender-sensitive institutional, structural, and social transformation. To achieve this objective, Isiolo PeaceLink spearheaded the launch and operationalization of the Isiolo County Action Plan to Prevent and Counter Violent Extremism (ICAP-PCVE). Gender perspective has been put into consideration through having gender pillar as a standalone pillar in ICAP-PCVE. The County CVE Engagement Forum (CEF) has been engendered, and out of 47 members from the 3 sub-counties, 17 are women. In another prevention pillar fulfillment, IPL spearheaded the launch, establishment and operations of the Conflict Early Warning, Early Response Center and Women's Situation Room (WSR) during 2022 general elections with the aim of providing information for peace building and humanitarian interventions. This mechanism was established with the aim of providing information for peace building and humanitarian interventions through local channels, and offer nonviolent channels for expression of concerns/problems before, during and after the election period in Isiolo County. The mechanism is housed at the Joint Operations and Command Center, JOCC, at the police station. This was a deliberate move to ease coordination and interventions. The engagement between security organs and peace actors led by Isiolo PeaceLink will dispel harmful or even potentially dangerous rumors and intervene to de-escalate violent incidences and promote peace before, during, and after elections. The center was said to receive first-hand information on the ground, and the inverse being true, the center would feed the security instruments for immediate security intervention. Identification of key problems. Center was aimed to compile reports based on all data received and collected. All complaints was analyzed keenly and a close overview of the general situation be put on the scales. The Women's Situation Room, WSR, is aimed at preventing and mitigating electoral gender-based violence, EGBV, that could emerge before, during and after the elections. It is a process to promote peaceful and nonviolent elections while increasing the active participation of women and youth in democratic electoral processes. In accordance with UNSCR 1325, members of Indigenous Women 1325 Action Group is mandated to feed the center with not only EGBV incidents, but all types of incidents that might occur before, during, after the elections. Gender-based violence, GBV, female genital mutilation, FGM, prevention advocacy undertaken by a nurse at Isiolo Teaching and Referral Hospital Ms. Rosaline Gayo Galgalu and using her own experience. Protection pillar, expected outcome is that women, girls, and other vulnerable groups live free from fear and threat of conflict and violence. To deliver this objective, Isiolo has established Hope Rescue Center rescuing children from violence and other vulnerabilities. The center has 86 children, 56 girls and 27 boys, as at 0 October 2022 rescued from abuse and other vulnerabilities. In relief and recovery, the Women Enterprise Fund, WEF, through Tuanuk Loan have provided loans to women groups in Isiolo who have not only started new business but also strengthened existing ones.
Jina mimi naitwa Nancy Warima Muge. Mimi ni mojawapo wa wanachama wa kikosi kazi cha 1325 Indigenous Women Action Group, na mimi niko katika economic pillar na wakilisha mambo ya uchumi na hasa uchumi wa kina mama. Na katika economic pillar hasa mimi naangazia mambo ya affirmative action funds na concentrate sana na mambo ya Women Enterprise Fund ambayo ni hazina ya fedha ya kina mama ambayo imetengwa na serikali, na kazi yetu ni kusaidia kuinua kina mama ili waweze kupata nafasi za kujimudu kiuchumi.
Majina naitwa Halima Buyo. Mimi ni chairlady wa KNAP. Mimi nilichukua Women Enterprise yangu, nilichukua mara ya kwanza tulichukua 1,100 tukajisaidia kwa sababu tuko na wamama ambaye wako kwa soko ya mbuzi, wengine wako kwa soko ya mboga, tukajisaidia. So tukaweza kuregesha hiyo pesa, tukachukua tena 200,000 ile pia ikatusaidia. Kwa sasa tuko 350.
Naitwa Habiba Mohamed. Mimi ni mmoja wa member wa Nyirinyiri Women Group. Hii group tumeifanya kwa zaidi ya miaka 15. Na wakati tuko tunajua kutengeneza group, la kazi tuko group. Tulianza na kama watu 7-8 hivi. Kidogo tukapanda 10, tukaenda 13 mpaka sasa tuko watu 20. Badilika kitambo, nyama kama leo wamama wengine hawako, nyama ilikuwa tunaweka kwa fridge, tunachukua, lakini sasa tunaweka kwa fridge nyama ikitokuwa nyama extra tunajeka kwa fridge yetu tuletewa. Machine solar dryer kwa changamoto sana ni mvua. Wakati mvua tuko tunasumbuka kuanika nyama kwa jua, ikauki mvua inaharibu. Sasa tuko na solar dryer tunaiweka ndani.
At the Youth Innovation Center, young women are engaging in income-generating activities and entrepreneurship training.
As a member of Isiolo 1325 Indigenous Women Action Group, I'd like to say thank you to the group, to the action group in conjunction with Isiolo Peace Link for giving us the platform.
In 1325, we are under the economic pillar, which is empowering the indigenous women at different levels economically. It could be bleach production or nyirinyiri production or different other aspects. But for us, it's the bleach production, whereby we've done with the VSLA part of saving, which is also financial pillar. So in 1325 we were able to join many of their trainings. Also some of our members were able to join the launch of Joint Command Operations Center.